UEFA have just confirmed the match officials for tomorrow night's massive Europa League clash with Roma. Chris Sutton has fired back at critics attacking Wilfried Nancy, and the League Cup final referee has been announced ahead of Sunday's showdown. Plus, the Green Brigade made a brilliant announcement yesterday, and the pressure continues to mount on Nancy after that Hearts defeat. It's been a massive 24 hours, but first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. UEFA has posted details of the match officials who will handle the Celtic versus Roma Europa League match at Celtic Park this Thursday evening. This will be new manager Wilfried Nancy's second match in charge of the Scottish champions, following his debut against Hearts at Celtic Park on Sunday afternoon. It will also be Nancy's first ever experience of participating in UEFA European football competition, and the Frenchman will be looking for his first win as Celtic manager, following the disappointing 2-1 defeat to Derek McInnes's side. The match officials, with the exception of the assistant video referee, who is French, are all from Romania, as per the update on uefa.com. The match referee for the Celtic versus Roma match will be Istvan Kovac, and he will be assisted by fellow countrymen Mihai Marica and Ferenc Tunyogi. The fourth official will be Zabolc Kovac, while the video assistant referee, VAR, will be Catalin Popa, and the assistant VAR will be Jérôme Brizard from France. Istvan Kovac has been in charge of one previous game at Celtic Park, that dreadful 4-1 defeat to Sparta Prague in the COVID season, so he'll see a very different paradise with the fans in attendance this time. Kovac also handled the recent Liverpool versus Real Madrid in the Champions League. Ideally, the infighting between the club and the supporters can be put aside for now so that we can concentrate on backing the team, the new manager, and building on our improved position in the Europa League thanks to that fantastic victory in Rotterdam against Feyenoord achieved under Martin O'Neill. Roma have been in Glasgow already in their Europa League campaign, securing a 2-0 victory over the Rangers at Ibrox. Hopefully Celtic can destroy any of their dreams of a Glasgow double. Celtic will move on to 10 points if Wilfried Nancy gets his first win. Roma currently have 9 points, so Celtic would leapfrog them in the standings with a win. After this week's game against Roma, Celtic has 2 matches to play in the Europa League, both at the end of January 2026, starting with a trip to Italy to take on Bologna FC 1909 on Thursday the 22nd of January, before finishing the group campaign a week later against FC Utrecht on Thursday the 29th of January. Realistically, Celtic will need 4 points from these 3 matches to make it through to the playoffs. 9 points from these 3 games could actually see Celtic avoid the playoffs altogether and qualify for the last 8 directly. That would be wonderful, but making the playoffs should be the initial target, and that means essentially taking something from this next match under the lights at Paradise. Now for the main story, as Chris Sutton has slammed the hysteria and nonsense written about Wilfried Nancy following Celtic's defeat to Hearts on Sunday. For many, the comparison to Ange Postecoglou's early period at Celtic is a telling one. The Australian endured a difficult opening stretch, marked by mixed results and questions over his methods. Given time, the team adapted and flourished. Sutton's reminder attempts to place Nancy's early challenges within the same context, pointing towards the long-term benefits of patience. Sutton posted on social media, "I didn't agree with Wilfried Nancy's decision to change things against Hearts, but some of the hysteria and nonsense written and said about him is totally unjust. The guy has come in and not had time to work. He needs time, just like Ange Postecoglou did." Sutton's intervention comes at a crucial moment in Nancy's early tenure. Celtic find themselves in a period where performances and results are being inspected through the lens of transition, and any setback risks escalating beyond its significance. Nancy made several changes for the match, decisions that have drawn scrutiny in the immediate aftermath. Whether Nancy finds the space and time required to stabilise his ideas will depend on performances in the near term, but the message from Sutton is clear. Judgment should not be rushed. The call for measured analysis reflects an understanding of how managerial transitions work, and his belief that Nancy can succeed if afforded the opportunity to develop the side in his own image. The pressure is mounting on Nancy after just 1 game in charge. The Hearts' defeat was a real blow, especially at home, but Sutton's right to point out that Ange faced similar criticism early on, and look how that turned out. The question is, will Nancy get the same patience? With Roma tomorrow night and the cup final on Sunday, these next few days are absolutely crucial for the new manager. In other news, the SFA has confirmed its officiating team for the upcoming League Cup final between Celtic and St Mirren, with Kevin Clancy appointed as the on-field referee for the Hampton showpiece. The experienced official will be joined on either side by Callum Scott and Gordon Crawford, respectively, while Don Robertson will be in charge of VAR from Clydesdale House, assisted by Matthew McDermid. Both officials have taken charge of multiple Premiership contests this season and arrive at the final with a solid level of experience in pressure environments. Their roles are critical in a match that tends to hinge on tight calls, especially given Celtic's fluid attacking movement and St Mirren's disciplined approach out of possession. The use of VAR will once again be central to the officiating structure, with Don Robertson installed as the video assistant referee. He will oversee all reviewable incidents from Clydesdale House, supported by Matthew McDermid as his assistant. Robertson has been one of the more prominent VAR operators since the system was introduced in Scotland, regularly appointed for high-stakes fixtures. His interpretation of key moments could carry real influence during a final where a single decision may shape the outcome. In other news, the Green Brigade made a brilliant announcement on Tuesday that has caught the attention of the Celtic support. Following their recent collection at Celtic Park, the Green Brigade have revealed the incredible generosity of the Celtic fans once again. The group regularly organises collections for charitable causes, and this latest effort has shown just how much the supporters are willing to give back to the community. The Green Brigade have been a constant presence in the stands despite ongoing tensions with the club hierarchy. Their latest announcement demonstrates that beyond the banners and the chants, there's a genuine commitment to using their platform for good causes. This comes at a time when the relationship between supporters groups and the Celtic board remains strained. The recent AGM exposed deep divisions, and fan groups like the Green Brigade and the Celtic Trust continue to push for greater accountability and transparency from the club's leadership. Despite the off-field turmoil, the Green Brigade's charitable work shows a different side to the supporter movement. It's a reminder that while there are legitimate grievances about how the club is run, the passion and dedication of the support extends beyond just what happens on the pitch. Lastly, the pressure continues to mount on Wilfried Nancy following his disappointing debut as Celtic manager. Nancy made several changes to the team that had been performing well under Martin O'Neill. The decision to alter a winning formula so quickly has raised eyebrows, particularly given that he'd only been in the job for a matter of days. The criticism centres on Nancy's decision to implement his own systems and methods before fully understanding the squad he's inherited. However, not everyone is piling on. As we mentioned earlier, Chris Sutton has come out strongly in defence of Nancy, arguing that the new manager deserves time to implement his ideas and that the hysteria surrounding one defeat is completely over the top. What's clear is that Nancy's honeymoon period, if he ever had one, is well and truly over. Tomorrow night's match against Roma will be absolutely crucial. A positive result would ease some of the pressure and give him breathing room heading into the cup final. A defeat would intensify the scrutiny and could make Sunday's final an incredibly uncomfortable occasion. So here's my question for you. Do you think Wilfried Nancy deserves more time, or is the criticism justified after that Hearts defeat? And more importantly, can he turn it around against Roma tomorrow night? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.